So people who are watching need to know, just because somebody confesses to a crime does not mean they committed the crime. It's perverse, it's deep, it's psychological. There's a psychological need to get home and get out of the custody of the police, where you are promised, and I'm not even saying police do anything wrong. I'm just saying there's a dynamic that exists. If you are in a car and you are drowning, you're going to panic. Panicking is bad, but you're going to panic anyway. If you don't panic when you're drowning, you have a higher chance of succeeding, of surviving, but you panic anyway. It's a human nature. It's also human nature to confess. Sometimes confessions are real, but sometimes confessions are not real, and you have a human psychological need sometimes to confess to get out of the custody of the police, right? Richard Allen, this is to the nth degree. He confessed, I think you said, close to 60 times, over 60 times. I did not know it was that much. I know he had dozens of false confessions of crimes that didn't happen. So I'm riveted by this case. And one more thing, I'm very disappointed by the court for not letting the public see this case. Unlike many cases, this case was very important for society to see. Very important, especially the history of this case leading up to the trial, and then you don't let the public see this case. To me, that was completely awful. If I ever see this judge at some sort of a conference and I have the chance to talk, I'll tell her it was a mistake. Society needed to see this case. We have this big ability to deter future conduct, you know, because of the facts in this case. Forget the confessions, just the remoteness of him being on that bridge and being on camera on that bridge. Imagine other people knowing that, hey, this person was convicted and he was on a remote bridge in a remote area, right? The bridge itself was remote and the area was remote. Even McDonald's in that area would have been remote, but this guy was in a remote abandoned bridge and he was on camera. The deterrence ability for that is massive. So I think it was a major mistake. I'm passionate about this case. I'm riveted to see the jury. I'm proud of this jury for not coming back for a verdict on the first day. I thought they'd come back with a verdict in day one of deliberation, but they've already gone longer than I thought they would. I'm proud of them. They're clearly doing their homework. They're clearly conflicted. So I'm riveted to see what happens.
Michael, I want to react to what you mentioned about confessions, because I think one thing a typical juror may struggle with is, why would someone confess? And this is not what we see as a standard false confession situation, because he was not being interrogated. He denied it all through the interrogations. It's once he was behind bars, once he was talking to his own psychiatrist, once he was on the phone with his family and friends, that's when those confessions came out.